Hello and welcome to Blurr. If you enjoy psychological thrillers that don't rush you, stories that don't explain themselves too quickly, stories that slowly tighten around your mind like a quiet knot, then you're exactly where you need to be today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving your time to Blurr. Today, we're diving into My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney, a novel that looks like a simple love story from the outside, but turns out to be something far more unsettling once you step inside. This is not a loud book. There are no wild chases or cinematic explosions. Instead, this is a story about marriage, memory, identity, and the uncomfortable truth that you can live with someone for years and still not truly know who they are. At the center of this story is Lily. She is married to Ed. She loves him. She trusts him. Or at least, she believes she does. But there's a problem. Ed has a past, and in that past, there is another woman. Not just an ex, not just a memory, but a presence, one that refuses to stay buried. As the story unfolds, Lily begins to realize that her marriage isn't built on solid ground. Small inconsistencies start appearing. Conversations don't quite add up. Stories Ed has told before begin to change, just slightly, but enough to feel wrong. And then there's the title itself, My Husband's Wife. It's a sentence that doesn't sit comfortably in the mouth because it raises a question immediately. If Lily is the wife, then who is the other one? The plot moves between past and present, slowly stitching together two timelines. One shows us Lily's current life, her marriage, her doubts, her growing unease. The other pulls us backward into Ed's earlier relationship, revealing a woman who once loved him deeply, and who may not be as gone as Lily has been led to believe. What makes this story so effective is that it never hands you the truth directly. It makes you work for it. It makes you question every perspective, every memory, every version of events. Because this story isn't really about a love triangle. It's about ownership, about who gets to define the truth, about how memory can be shaped, edited, and even weaponized. As Lily digs deeper into her husband's past, she starts to lose her footing in the present. She begins to wonder if she's imagining things, if she's overreacting, if she's becoming the problem. And that's where the real psychological horror begins. This story is really about gaslighting, the slow, subtle erosion of self-trust. It's about how easy it is to doubt your own instincts when someone you love tells you that you're wrong. Alice Feeney excels at this kind of tension. She doesn't rely on shock. She relies on discomfort. You, as the reader, are constantly placed inside Lily's mind. You feel her confusion, her frustration, her fear that if she keeps pulling at this thread, everything she believes about her life will unravel. And slowly it does. The central theme of this book is identity. Who we are in our own minds versus who we are in someone else's story. Ed is the same man to both women, but experienced completely differently. And the unsettling question the book keeps asking is this: can two people love the same man and both be wrong about who he truly is? One of the best parts of this book is its atmosphere. There's a quiet claustrophobia to it, a feeling that the walls are closing in, even during ordinary moments. Feeney turns everyday domestic spaces into places of tension. A kitchen conversation, a shared bed, a casual remark at dinner. Nothing feels safe, because everything feels loaded. Another strength is the pacing. The story unfolds deliberately, almost deceptively slowly. You might feel at first like not much is happening, and then you realize that everything is happening beneath the surface. However, this book may not work for everyone. If you prefer fast-paced thrillers with constant twists and immediate payoffs, this one might feel restrained. If you like clear heroes and villains, you may find the moral ambiguity frustrating. This is a book that lives in the gray areas. It doesn't rush to comfort you. It lets you sit with uncertainty. But for the right reader, that's exactly what makes it powerful. You should read or listen to this book if you enjoy psychological thrillers that focus on relationships rather than crimes. If you like stories that explore memory, manipulation, and emotional control. If you enjoy being slightly uncomfortable, not scared, but unsettled long after the page is turned. This book is worth your time because it understands something very real. That the most dangerous secrets aren't always hidden in the dark sometimes, they are shared in bed, whispered in familiar voices, and disguised as love. By the time you reach the end, you won't just be thinking about the plot. You'll be thinking about trust, about how well we truly know the people closest to us. And that's the kind of story that stays with you. Thank you for spending your time with Blurr. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves psychological stories. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you think is more terrifying? Being lied to, or slowly realizing you've been believing the wrong version of the truth all along? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening.